So I'm not sure the exact mileage, but we're like less than 5 miles from the Mason-Dixon line. So that's exciting. We will be in Maryland probably this morning, if all goes well. And it's a beautiful morning. The sun is shining, and quite a contrast from yesterday. It was mostly overcast. But looks like it's going to be another great day of hiking. Look forward to crossing the state line, and look forward to going through Penmar Park again. Okay, so this is the spot where we say goodbye to good pizza and hello to biscuits and gravy and sweet tea with lemon. Back in the south. 40 miles to go. Hey Garvey, you want to come over here into Maryland? Garvey is now officially in Maryland. How do you feel? Are you bored? All right. Okay, and this is what the AT looks like in Maryland so far, heading south. And if it's like this the whole way, we'll have no trouble at all. And here we have our first view of Maryland. Nice benches here, pavilion. A little bit hazy, but isn't it beautiful still? I was going to stop on that pavilion there, but it was, I don't know, it's kind of a weird vibe. They were having some kind of picnic out there, and everyone just kind of stared at us as we walked by. So, yeah, that was the best view I could give you. A little bit hazy anyway. However, it's a beautiful path ahead, and we're continuing on south in the south. Yeah, everything you read on gut hooks about that place is true. It's pretty ghetto. I remember going out there in '99, and I don't think it was quite that bad. There was still paint on it then, but there's paint everywhere. I mean, it's like an Easter egg hunt. I don't think you could even find it all if you were trying to remove it. It's yeah, it is what it is. I mean, there's not a whole lot you can do about it now. Really the only way to stop all the carnage up there is just to shut the road access off, which isn't the greatest thing in the world, but that's what's bringing all that trash up there is the road. It's pretty obvious. An interesting side note, in 1999, I put the roof on this shelter with my buddy Rockfish. We were walking down the trail and saw a sign that said help wanted. And let's see this scar on my hand right here. That's from a piece of sheet metal from this roof. One of the volunteers handed it up to me and just kind of pushed it and pushed it a little too far and hit my hand. So yeah, I literally have my blood in this shelter. So it's still holding up, obviously. Yep, July 4th, 1999, we put the roof on this shelter. Well, this is home for the night. Not a bad little setup. Got some stuff on the line, and the sun's been coming out here and there. The rain fly's dry, finally. And this stuff's getting some air because it really needs it bad. It was a very humid day today. It was probably the most humid that's been on the entire trip. This bandana was completely soaking wet. It's almost dry now. Outdoor Research Echo T. I love these things because even when they're soaking wet, they're not clingy feeling, or they're less clingy feeling than a lot of shirts are. Doesn't absorb a lot of water, wrings out quick. I actually washed that in the sink at Penmar and put it on after I rinsed it out, and it felt a million times better. Got a hole in one of my Darn Tough socks. I'll probably try and, I don't know if I can patch that with Leuco tape. There's too much dirt on there. This stuff is dry. The pants really need some air. They're kind of, yeah, they're starting to dry out, but they were wet when we got here. This is a -33 merino wool hoodie, and I love this thing. I haven't mentioned it much because I haven't had to wear it except at night, but I'm going to put it on and show it to you and show you some of the features. It's probably one of my new favorite pieces of clothing. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to say is this thing is heavy, so if you're a gram weenie, you're probably not going to be interested in it. It is merino wool, and wool is traditionally heavy, but it does have benefits such as keeping you warm when it's wet. And this is an absolutely comfortable piece of clothing. It's got a nice zipper on it. There's a zippered breast pocket right here for whatever you want to use it for, cell phone or whatnot. There are zippered hand pockets, which I really like. I can keep my gloves in those. And there's a little, I don't know, zipper garage or whatever they call it, that kind of covers the zipper pull when it's closed. So yeah, I like to keep my gloves in the pockets, and I can also keep my hands in the pockets if I need to. And it has these thumb holes, which I like. Helps keep me a little bit warm. I can kind of pull them down over my hands and have a little bit of extra warmth where I can wear my liner gloves with them, and then I've got at least semi-warm hands, if nothing else, because I've got wool. The hood is nice. It's comfortable. It's not too tight. There are no drawstrings on the hood, but I've found that I really haven't needed them. It zips up quite high, and yeah, I've been mostly using this to sleep in at night because it's so comfortable and it's so warm. It does have a little bit different material on the sides and on the sleeve here. It's kind of a vented material. I think that's just to kind of let air out. So under the armpits, along the sides, it's a little bit thinner than the body of the garment. So yeah, -33. I don't exactly remember the name. I think it's just some kind of something hoodie. If I can find out, I will put it on the screen somewhere and you can look it up for yourself. Other than the weight, this is the perfect insulation layer in my opinion.